All right. Hey, everybody. It's 3 minutes till 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, depending on where you are. And I got people from all over the world right now chiming in to see how I booked a 25 city tour all around the US without selling tickets, without auditioning, without a record label, without a hit song. I mean, the list goes on, guys. I did this without a big social media presence. I did this without any money. I just did this without all the things that everybody tells you that you have to have, right? If you guys are here, it's probably because you've heard that you have to have all these things for you to be able to do awesome things like tour or make a living doing music. And I'm just so passionate about this because I thought that too. And so I spent a good 8 years, trying to do those things that everyone said you needed to do. I tried to get a manager. I tried to get a record deal. I tried to get a zillion followers on Instagram, and I was posting lots of videos on YouTube, and I was doing all those things. And honestly, I wasn't making any money. And I was really just kind of disheartened, honestly. I was just going, okay, I'm working so hard. And then I finally got like a video that got like 1 million views, and I still didn't make any money. And I thought, well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm doing everything that everyone's telling me that I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not making any money. And so if you guys know me already, then you know that I do a little bit more than 200, 300, sometimes even 400 paid shows a year around the world. That's what I specialize in. I specialize in performing for a living. And that's what I try to share with everybody. And this one's such a fun webinar. Thank you guys for joining me today. I love this because I created a 25 city tour that I did last year. I traveled 7,000 miles all around the United States. I picked all the cities that I wanted to visit. I traveled for like 3 months, and I did it on my terms. There was nobody telling me what I could or couldn't do, or telling me what I had to perform or anything like that. I got to do it exactly how I wanted to do it. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how I did it. So if you see there's a chat right there on the right, this is live. Okay, guys, this isn't recorded. This is live. If you're tuning in, it's Sunday. It's Sunday, December 29th. It's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you are tuning in, this is live. I want you to put hello in that chat box. Because this is live, I'm able to answer any questions that you guys have today. That's why I love doing this. This is why I don't send out recorded versions. It's because I really genuinely love to help you guys get going. And so put your name and put where you're from there in that chat box. If you see that, right, Luis, hello. Munoz, hello, Luis. I'm Mexicana, so I'm going to pronounce your name right. We got Bruno. Hi, Bruno. Where are you guys from? And by the way, just forewarning, I came down with a cold of some sort, like a throat infection a couple of days ago. I had to cancel all my shows. I had 4 shows this week, and I canceled all of them. Luis, you got the package and you can't bring the list up. All right, Luis, I'm going to give you an email. I want you to just email me here, okay? And I'm going to send it to you. Gig Magic. I'm going to put the email in the chat box, okay? So let me put this in here for you, info@gigmagicsystem. There you go, Luis. I just want you to email that email address, okay? And let me know what you just told me, and I'm going to send it to you. All right, Lo, we got you. Lo from Vegas. We got Brandon from Detroit. We got, let's say, Kadim Bada from Jamaica. Nice to meet you, sir. All right, we got Luis is from New York City. Awesome. We got people from all over the place. Aaron, nice. He says this is so dope. Awesome. We got Dre from Daytona Beach. And we got Will from Atlanta. You're in Atlanta, but you're from Tampa. Awesome. All right, guys. So just a reminder, if you're just joining me today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I booked a 25 city tour around the US. And guys, once again, I'm sick right now. So if you hear me, like, I'm going to be like opening cough drops and like drinking tea. I might be blowing my nose, but I'm here for you guys. Because I saw that 300 people signed up today to learn this. So I'm here for you guys. If you know me, I genuinely love to help other artists, because when I started out, I thought you had to have a record label. I thought you had to have a manager. I thought you had to have 1 million followers on Instagram. And now I do anywhere from 200 to 400 paid shows a year independently. I still don't have a manager. And I'm doing like more shows than most signed artists. I don't know any other artists that do more shows than me. I honestly don't. Like, I've literally done 400 paid shows in a year, and I don't have a manager. And this is what's cool. So if you're an independent here today, I'm going to teach you some really awesome things, right? We're going to get going. We got Kristine from New York. Awesome. We got the same name. I'm Kristine too. We got Azwala from Denver. What's up, guys? Dre from Rochester, Aaron's from Chicago, Alberto's from San Antonio. Oh man, I love San Antonio. I used to live in New York. So, all right. Brandon says, I thought this was fake. Awesome. Well, good. See here, you know, it's not fake. All right. Anything that has to do with me that has my name on it. I do real live webinars. There's a lot of people that try to pretend and then they send you a recording and they're like, this isn't real. Not with me. Okay, guys. So once again, I'm going to get started. If you have any questions, I want you to just put it in that chat box as we go on. Okay. And I'm also going to open up questions at the very end so that you guys can ask me anything that you want about this. All right. I'm going to try to get through this as fast as I can. We're going to cover a lot of information. Okay. This isn't easy. If this were easy, everybody would do this, right? Take some work, but I promise you it's worth it. As long as you got the talent, you guys can do some really cool things. So real quick, I want you to join my Facebook group. Here it is. I'm going to give you guys the link here in a little bit. If you haven't already, that's okay. I'll give you the link here in a bit. I'm going to be giving away some awesome stuff today. And we're going to get going. All right, here goes. Alberto says he's glad he's here. Janelle says from Florida. Awesome. Bradley says, how much do you make a year on average? I have made anywhere, let's say in a month, up to $15,000 in a month. So that goes into the six figures, well into six figures. So November, I did a little over 15,000. So that's what I do as an independent artist. That doesn't count like releasing any music. That's just my shows. So that's what I specialize in. I tell everybody, I teach everybody how to make money performing, Bradley. So that's my specialty. Even though I got music videos and all kinds of other music out there and stuff, that's not my specialty. My specialty is showing people how to tour, travel the world. You know, I call them paycations, where you get to travel all over the world, but you get paid to do it. Most people have to pay to go on vacation. I'm going to show you guys how to get paid to go on tour. So, all right. Awesome. Yeah, no problem. All right, here goes. If you guys don't know me, because many of you guys already know me, some of you know me, and some of you have like bought different resources from me, and that's why you're here today. So hello, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Some of you guys have no idea who I am, and so I'm going to introduce myself a little bit to you. I think it's really important that you know that you're learning today from somebody who's an expert. I started out, I'm going to show you guys where I start from. I started from absolutely nothing. I didn't know anybody in the music industry. And, you know, you can go on YouTube and you can check out other videos and where people tell you how to make it in the music industry. And then you go to their website and they're actually working at like McDonald's or something. And there's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. But if you're going to learn from somebody because you want to learn how to do music, they need to be doing music, right? They need to be walking the walk and talking the talk. So I'm going to give you guys an introduction of who I am so that you know that you are learning from somebody who you can trust. All right. So this is me. I'm right there, girl with the pink hair. My name is Kristine Mirelle. That was me on the news station. I do a lot of media and I get interviewed for a lot of the things that I do and teach to other artists. And like I said before, I do anywhere from 200 to 400 paid shows all around the world. I don't do any open mics. I don't do free shows. I don't do anything like that, unless it's like charity or something. But I don't do anything like that. So I don't do, you know, a lot of people tell you that you need to do free shows to get discovered and all that stuff. You don't need to do any of that stuff, guys. So I'm here to, you know, help you guys see how I've done it and how I've managed one way that I've managed to set up some really cool opportunities to travel. So here is my disclaimer. This is going to be some work. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I did it. Once again, congratulations for you guys even being here, because there's a lot of artists out there that are just going, I'm just going to post up some videos and I hope someone discovers me, right? And they're lazy and you're just kind of waiting for someone else to do it for them. And all of you guys are here because you said, hey, that would be nice. But in the meantime, I'm going to take my career in my own hands. So I just applaud you guys for being here, because that's where I was. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I just knew that music was my dream. Now, you're not going to be able to just set up a tour tomorrow. Again, if it were that easy, anybody could do it. But I'm going to give you guys some great tools and some great direction where you can do it. Absolutely. You'll be able to do it just like I did. So I'm going to show you guys 3 awesome things today. I'm going to show you guys how I use this one loophole to book shows without having to audition. You're going to need this to set up your tour. Then I'm going to show you how I booked a 25-city tour around the US without selling tickets, without a record label, without a large social media following, and without any money. I'm also going to show you guys, this is a bonus, because I know I didn't even mention this to you guys if you signed up. I'm going to show you guys how I got my tour on TV stations, published in newspapers and in magazines and online blogs. And I even created an incredible partnership with Michelle Obama's charity. Okay. This was like totally independently. All right. And then I'm going to give you an offer to help you get your own tour booked and start traveling and making money performing. All right. So Luis says, thank you. Really appreciate you. Awesome. Yes, it's about ownership. Absolutely. All right. Now, if you guys stay till the end, I have something that I put together myself. I have a gift for you guys that you'll be able to take home with you. It's going to cover really in depth how I'm able to book shows locally or around the world. So even if you decide, hey, I don't want to go on tour, but I'd like to book some shows here in my hometown, I'm going to show you guys the one thing that you need, that I promise you, no one has even told you that you need. They're telling you you need an Instagram following and YouTube and all this stuff. I'm going to just show you guys what you actually need to book these shows. And this is what I figured out after 8 years of struggling as an artist. And the last 10 years, though, traveling the world, making great money, doing what I love, traveling the world, doing music, hitting stages, sharing my music with thousands of people. So let me show you some of the cool places that I performed. Again, once again, I think it's really important that you guys know that you're learning from somebody who knows what they're talking about. Everything I'm going to share with you guys is from experience. Okay. None of it is theoretical. None of it I learned from somebody else. I learned all of these things from experience, and I'm sharing this with you today. So earlier this year, I performed here at Barclays Center. It's 20,000 people. It was sold out. This is me on stage. I was the only person on that stage that didn't have a big hit, that didn't have a huge social media following, that didn't have a record deal. I have no song that like hit the Billboard charts. I don't have anything like that. But guess who I was sharing the stage with? I was sharing the stage with a lot of artists that did. So Brian McKnight, Faith Evans, Lil' Kim, Jagged Edge. I had Mario there. You should let me love you. At Hulk Out Music, Soul Child was there performing. I mean, you can just imagine some of my favorite artists from like 90s R&B. Like that's my favorite era. Like 90s R&B is like my favorite stuff. And Brian McKnight, just one of my favorite artists. And I was the only one there. So you look at all these artists, right? They all had record deals. They all had big songs. They all had all this stuff. I didn't. I was the only one there that didn't. And it's because I implement certain strategies that I've created on my own. So here's some other cool places. This was me before I went out to perform for 17,000 people. They featured me in the Huffington Post. I do a lot of stuff for the NFL. So that's me with RG3 and Russell Wilson. And guys, don't get fooled. Just me performing right there in that little corner. They paid me $1,500 to do that. RG3 actually came up and he sang Georgia with me. Georgia, Georgia. It's pretty awesome. And he could actually sing. I was really impressed. I've been featured in Fox. They feature me just because I perform a lot, not for any particular reason. They're just like, this chick performs so freaking much. They just put me on their sites and their TV stations. I did a lot of red carpet events. That's me at Hollywood Music and Media Awards. This is me on the front page of Yahoo. I wrote a song that got like a zillion plays or something like that. And then I've performed at really cool things like the LA Dodgers Stadium. I did the national anthem here. I've toured. I've done all kinds of different TV stations and radio stations. I've been, featured on newspapers and magazines and online blogs and all kinds of cool stuff, guys. These are just a few pictures. I've literally done like hundreds of these. These are just a few little things that I've done here that I'm sharing with you guys. Not only that, let me see here. I have traveled the world. So this is me in Tahiti and Bora Bora on tour. Those are little like sharks right here. And then these were stingrays. I was actually more scared of the stingrays than I was of the sharks, but I could see like 100 feet in front of me. It was absolutely beautiful. And I got to like hang out on exotic islands all day. And then at night I would go and perform on these awesome boats and cruise ships and stuff. Apart from that, I've gotten to visit some really cool stuff. This was me in Italy at Rome. That was somewhere that I always wanted to go. Here's some more pictures. That's me in Thailand. I got to bathe elephants in the river. I was doing like backflips off of those things. That's in the island of Moorea. This is in Australia with kangaroos. This was on tour. This was actually the tour that I'm going to be talking to you guys about when I was in the Grand Canyon. I actually stopped there twice. That's me in Machu Picchu in Peru. So really, really awesome places that I've gotten to visit. Not only have I gotten to travel and see the world and Lo says people underestimate cafe gigs. Yeah, absolutely. People don't know that you can actually make you could actually make 6 figures performing at like restaurants, guys. A lot of people don't know this, but I've done it. That's how I know. So apart from traveling the world and getting to experience cool things like, hanging out with kangaroos and going to cool national parks, I also built me a house last year. So this was a house that I built from the ground up. So I got to pick all the tile and the walls and the paint and everything. Bought me a BMW. I live a really great life doing what I love. And I don't do anything else. I just do music. So I don't have like a day job. I don't like have to wait tables during the day. I don't have to do anything like that. I just do music. So it's pretty awesome to be able to do all these things just for music, especially as an independent, not having a record deal, not having a big hit song or anything like that. So this is my little guy. His name is London. He's just the cutest little thing. That was us on Halloween. He was Batman. He was Batboy, and I was Batgirl. And I support him. I'm a single mom. I support this little guy off of music. So I don't got to worry about anything. I'm really, really blessed to do music, but it took a lot of work and a lot of dedication. And if you have the talent, guys, it's not just about talent. I tell everybody, it's like 10% talent. It's 90% everything else. You have to have a plan. You have to know what to do. You have to know how to get your music out there and set up those tours, set up those gigs. How do you reach out to those people? It's all those things that most of us don't even realize that we need to know. We think we just got to like be good at what we do. And that's not what it is. Just because you're a good singer, just because you're a good musician or a rapper or, your band is awesome, it doesn't mean you're going to get good gigs. I mean, think about this. How many times do you turn the radio on and you're like, man, this shit sucks. Why are they famous? Why are they successful? It's because they knew the plan. And that's what it is. It's not about talent. Of course, you do have to have talent, but you need a plan. So a big thing that I love to share with everyone, because everyone always goes, Chris, it's so hard. Everyone, there's always yeah, but people. I always call them yeah, but people. I meet people that are like, yeah, but I can't do it because I don't have any money. Or yeah, but I can't do it because I don't have a manager. Yeah, but I can't do it because I'm not young anymore. Or yeah, but I'm too young. Or yeah, but it's easier for females. And then if I ask a female, they're going to go, yeah, but it's hard being a female. Like no matter what, there's excuses. And there's a great saying that everyone always says, you either going to make history or you're going to make excuses. Which one do you want? Because you have to make a choice. You're either going to make excuses or you're going to make history, right? Or you can make excuses or make money. I don't know. It's up to you. Guys, put in that chat box. What do you want? You want to make excuses or you want to make money? If you're here because you want to make money, I want you to put that in the chat box. Put make money if you're trying to make money, because I had every excuse. I could have said, I'm from a small town. I'm a female. It's hard being a female. I'm a minority. I grew up living on a farm, guys. Like I had a little pig in Cacahuate. I was surrounded by like pecan orchards and it was very beautiful and I loved it. But man, I was far from the music industry. Like I could have said, no, I'm too far. I don't know anybody. I'm never going to get discovered. I don't have any money. I'm, this and that. Like I could have just said all these things. There we go. Everyone's saying make money. All right. Make money and travel. All right. See, I got a good group in here. So one big thing that I always heard was everyone goes, well, I can't do it, especially as a female. And everyone was telling me you can't do it as a female, especially if you want to have a family. Here's a picture of me performing. I was performing at Aria Casino. I made $700 that night performing. And in fact, I was still performing like 3 to 5 shows a week while I was up until I was 9 months pregnant. And everyone has this thing in their mind that you have to look a certain way for you to be able to have a successful music career. Guys, right here is perfect proof that nobody was coming to my shows because of the way I looked. I was 9 months pregnant and I was performing. People were still flying me all over the country. If you have the talent and you know how to book shows, you don't need all those other things that everyone's going to tell you. This is why I'm so passionate about this, because all those things are false. And there's probably like so many talented people in this room here that are having a hard time because you think you got to do it a certain way. And the truth is you don't, So for me, I was making just as much money as I was before. And I'll show you guys a picture a little later. I have a picture of me when I was like 22, looking all cute and stuff. And I was actually like sleeping on friends' couches, and I didn't even have an apartment. Everything I owned fit in a suitcase, like all that good stuff. Like it was definitely like the starving musicians, struggle. And people, it doesn't matter how you look. You could be cute or you're not cute. It doesn't matter. If you don't know how to book shows, you will never book shows. So it doesn't matter. So, all right, we're going to get into this. I just like to share that with everybody because I like to let you guys know and encourage you, because some of you guys feel like you can't do it because of, X, Y, or Z. But there are no excuses here. If you have the talent, if you are failing, it is only because you don't know the right way to go about it. So this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to imagine your dream tour. And I want you to think about where you would like to go. And it could be anywhere in the world, because what I'm going to teach you, you're going to be able to apply to anywhere in the world. And for me, I had decided that I wanted to travel around the country. I had already done a lot of traveling around the world. And for me, there was a lot of places just in the United States that I wanted to look at. So I looked at the map and I thought, man, where are all the places that I would like to go? And so for me, I decided, and I'm going to get to it here in a bit, guys, but it's really important that you have a clear vision of what you want to do. Okay. You can't just go, I want a music career. That's way too general. You need to figure out exactly where you want to go. So for me, I decided that I wanted to perform for kids during the day. I was like, man, I want to perform for like children, and I want to do free shows for the kids because I want to perform in schools where they don't have much money, right? So I wanted to perform for low-income kids. I'm really big on charity. So if you know me, I'm really big on charity. But then I thought, okay, I got to figure out how to pay for this, right? Because we got to make money. This is going to get expensive. 3 months of traveling, hotels, food, all that good stuff. I got my car payment. I got, my cell phone payment. I got all this stuff. So what I did was, I'm going to show you guys just some pictures, because I decided I was going to perform for kids during the day so I could do my charity work that I love. And at night, that's where I would perform at awesome places like, casinos and, bars and restaurants. And, I was going to just do venues, and I was going to do anything that would pay me, because that would pay me to get around the United States, right? So here's some pictures from my tour, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I did this. So here's me performing for a bunch of kids. They're so cute. And by the way, these are so awesome. Like I did elementary, middle school, and high school students. These are the people that are going to like follow you on Instagram and Facebook and like build up your social media like big time and be huge fans. So these kids are really awesome. Here's some more kids that I worked with, and I did 25 cities. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys, some more of those places, but check out how cute they are. Aren't they adorable? I did boys and girls clubs and YMCAs. There's some more kids right there. So I performed for them for free during the day. And then for me to pay for it, I was going to do performances at night at places where they would pay me. So here's one of the places that I played. This was an auditorium out in Texas. I loved this picture. It was just so beautiful. They got that beautiful piano there. And I performed there. I performed at a lot of casinos. This was one of the big casinos that I performed at. I stopped in Vegas at the MGM Grand. This was on stage. I hired a band for this one. This was me in a cool dive bar out in Nashville. So this was another band that I hired out there to perform. This was really, really cool. Nashville was amazing. I partnered with a charity with United Way, which I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that too, if any of you guys are wanting to do charity work. And I've done other tours, guys, that have nothing to do with charity. So it doesn't matter whether you want to or you don't want to. You can apply this to any type of music that you do, whether it's charity or not charity. It doesn't matter the genre either. So, and then I partnered with Michelle Obama's charity called Make Room. So this was amazing. This was all independent. I don't know Michelle Obama. I don't know anybody. I'm not that cool, but still managed to partner with her. So this was really cool. And I'm going to get into that here in a little bit. Apart from that, again, apart from like, making money, and apart from getting to do charity work, and apart from getting to perform and travel, I got to have some really cool experiences. My brother actually joined me on tour. This was at the Grand Canyon. Here's my little selfie there. This was me in Chicago. This was really, really dope. I loved Chicago. I got to do all kinds of stuff while I was out there. Here's me in Nashville. I don't know what that river's called. If anybody's from Nashville here, you can let me know. But man, it was gorgeous. I had to check out all kinds of other performers and live music. It was amazing. I also stopped at some national parks. So here's at White Sands. Oh, thanks, Mom. My mom just brought me some more tea. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
So I once again, guys, I'm sick. So you're gonna hear me like drinking tea and you know, I have cough drops and all kinds of stuff here. So I'm here for you guys. I didn't want to cancel because I know some of you guys are stayed up all night, you know, to be here. So depending on where you are in the world. So yeah, there's me at White Sands. That's a beautiful national park. Everything is white for like miles, for as long as you can see. It's gorgeous. This was me in Wisconsin. I stopped at Wrigley Field out in Chicago. This was me in San Diego. Down below there were these gorgeous sea lions. Sea lions, is that what they're called? Seals? Sea lions? I don't know. What's the difference? But they were gorgeous. It was just so beautiful. I just sat there and was like just giving thanks for, you know, the experiences that I have. I've worked very hard to be where I am, and sometimes I just have to sit and be thankful. And that was definitely one of those moments. So, Bradley, you said I'm from Nashville. Cucumberland River. Awesome, Dre. Thank you. Now I know. No, Cumberland. I said Cucumberland. Wow. I can read, guys. I swear. Cumberland, not Cucumberland. That's really funny. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Thomas, did you go in the business without knowing how to read music? Nope. You don't need to know how to read music at all. Definitely, you don't need to know how to do that. All right, guys. So when I first started, just so you guys know, I was trying to build my social media following. I was trying to build, post lots of videos online. I was trying to post, trying to build up my social media following. I was literally spending like 8 hours a day. And I had built up my social media following to like 50,000 people or something like that. And I had always thought, if I have 50,000 followers, I'm going to be making money, right? And that's not true. I was making a little bit. But again, it doesn't matter if you have followers. It doesn't matter if you have even a record label or manager. There's a lot of key things that you have to have for you to make it possible. And I told you guys I was going to show you a picture, because I showed you guys a picture of when I was pregnant, but I was actually making really great money. Well, this was me when I was sleeping on friends' couches. And I was sleeping on strangers' couches sometimes. I've slept in my car. I've been at a gas station. And guys, I've done a lot of, the starving artist type stuff. And everyone's like, well, it's, I like to use this picture as an example because people are like, it's easy for a female. Again, just anybody comes up with an excuse. But here I had no shows. I had no shows booked. Here I was like trying to film a video, but I had no idea what I was doing. I was like $20,000 in credit card debt. Yeah, I was going on like year 7 of not making any money. I don't think I'd ever made more than like $10,000 in a year. If you know anything that's below poverty line. So, I had a car that didn't work. I mean, it was just, I was not making a living. So it has nothing to do with the way you look or anything like that. It has to do with whether you know what you're doing. So I had spent all kinds of time, trying to figure it out. And I had seen that like there were other musicians that were making money, and some of them weren't that good, right? How many times have you seen like a singer or a rapper or a band and you're like, they're not even that good. Why are they making money? Well, it's because they had a plan. They knew what to do. So what I started doing, I started calling some venues and I started going, hey, I want to perform. I saw that you guys pay other bands. How do I get on your roster? And they're like, okay, send us a promo video. And I was like, a promo video? What is that? And in my head, I thought, a promo video can't be that hard to make, right? I'm going to just put together this promo video. And guys, I didn't have money. Like I literally charged this on my credit card. I didn't have money like this. So this picture is actually from the promo video that I was putting together. I hired all these musicians. I booked out this venue because in my mind, I was like, man, it doesn't matter if I have to spend, guys, I spent $6,000 on this video. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to spend $6,000. I'm going to get this amazing video and I'm going to book so many shows. I didn't even care about the money because I was like, watch, I'm going to book so much. It's not even going to matter. And I did it all wrong. I just made an assumption that I knew what I was doing, and in my head, I'm like, watch, I'm going to book so much. But guys, I did everything. I just winged it. I took a big guess. And Guess how many shows I booked using this video? I spent $6,000. I did the video all wrong. I booked absolutely nothing. No shows at all. Guys, what's important is you guys can have all the resources, you can know all the people, you can have all the talent, but if you don't know how to book shows, you will never be able to book shows. So it doesn't matter. A lot of people are like, I know so-and-so over at, this venue or whatever. It doesn't matter. You have to be able to know the key things. All right. So the first thing that I learned was you need a promo video. All right. So I'm going to get to show you guys exactly how to make it. Okay. This cost me $6,000 in mistakes. Today, I'm going to save you guys $6,000 and show you guys how to make a promo video. This is what I told you about. This was the first thing that I told you I was going to teach you, how I use this one simple loophole that allows me to book shows locally or around the world without having to audition, without having to have a manager, and without having to have social media. You're going to need this for us to book the tour. Okay, so don't skip this step. I'm going to be giving this PDF to you guys at the end of this for free, so you guys can download it, but you cannot skip this step. But what's amazing about this is you can use this to book shows locally or around the world or for a tour or anything like that. All right, so first thing, guys, it's very important that you have to have your live performance together. Obviously, if you don't, have any songs together, or, you don't know any music right now, you're not going to be able to book any shows. So I'm assuming that you guys have, are talented and put that together, because obviously if you don't have talent or something like that, then you can't book shows. So hopefully you guys are great at what you do and you've worked hard. And if you're still putting your show together, that's okay too. I'm showing you guys what to expect so that you know what to do whenever you're ready to book shows. So let's go. Are you guys ready? Brandon says, I'm living, breathing proof. He's spent 159 grand. Absolutely. I know, Brandon. I spent more than 120. So I spent all my money. I ended up spending $120,000 and I was $20,000 in debt. So I spent like 140. So I'm up right up there with you, Brandon. So don't feel too bad. You got to just stick with it. So, yeah, Isaac says, I don't know nothing, not even how to book a show. Well, that's why you're here, Isaac. That's why you're here. Well, and guys, this is the thing is if you really want something, like you're going to stick with it. Like I applaud you, Brandon, for like sticking with it, because most people would have given up. I mean, most people would have given up. For me, I spent almost a decade trying to figure this out. More than $100,000 sleeping on friends' couches, like people looking at me like I'm crazy. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to stick with it. So, I feel your pain. Some of you guys haven't even started yet. Some of you guys are going to try for like a month and be like, I quit. So a lot of people will not stick with it. All right, so let's get into how to make your video. Okay, I showed you guys the picture of what I did, but you actually need to keep things really simple. Okay, so see that top video right there of me with my keyboard? So I sing and play the piano, but depending on what you do, like if you're a rapper, then you would probably do this. You could even do this in your living room, guys, if you just have something nice set up, or if you have a stage where you could perform, or if you have great live performances that you recorded, you could use that too. I always recommend, if you can, to create a very clean recording somewhere where it's quiet and there's plenty of light so that they can see you and hear you. I shot this on my iPhone. It didn't cost me anything except for some lighting. I think I spent like $70 on some lighting or something. So it was cheap. So you can imagine I spent $6,000 on that other video. I spent like $70 for some lighting. For this one, shot this in my living room at the time. I'm gonna take a drink, guys. Hold on. So way cheap, and I've booked hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of shows because of this video. This was something that I shot with my band because I wanted to put together like a corporate looking thing. If you have a band, just do something real clean. You could even do it in your garage. You can do something really simple. They just needs to be clean. Use whatever resources you have, guys. Like I said, I spent like $70 on this video. I could have shot my whole band in the living room too. Like I could have done that too if I wanted. So you're going to choose 5 or 6 songs of your best material, okay? Your video should not be more than 3 minutes. It needs to be under 3 minutes. So that means like choose the chorus of each song. That's it. There should not be a long intro. You want right away to go right into you performing. Like you want whatever agent or venue is looking at your video, they want to click on it and right away they want to hear you singing. Because if there's a long intro, if they have like 50 other people that are trying to perform there, they don't have time to watch your long intro. They don't have time to hear the instrumental. You go right into where you sound amazing. And the thing is, most agents are going to choose whether they're going to hire you within the first like 15 seconds. Most of them aren't even going to watch the whole 3 minutes. They're just going to watch a few seconds and be like, yep, they're great. Let's book them. Next, you're going to dress the part. Okay, so make sure you dress up. Don't wear like a t-shirt and jeans, unless that's part of your like act, you know. But if you're trying to get like high paying gigs and that sort of thing, take it serious. Show people that you're professional. Show people that you know, this is your art. This is what you do. This is your dream. And they're going to choose someone that's reliable and professional over just, you know, somebody that doesn't come off so good. So next thing, you're going to make sure all the audio and video is clear and audible. I can't tell you how many times people have sent me videos. Like I got a video from a drummer once. I couldn't even see him. He sent me a video and the singer is standing directly in front of the drum set. I couldn't see him and I could barely hear him. And it was shot on a cell phone out in the crowd. Now, I told you guys I shot this on a cell phone, but look at how nice that looks. I made sure there was lighting, you know, and you guys, you can shoot this in front of a window if you don't have lighting. I've done that too. And there was just no way that even if I wanted to book him, I couldn't, because even if he was talented, I'd have no idea. And that's what's so important about this video, guys, is some of you guys are so talented. And if you don't have a video that shows your talent, no one's ever going to know that you're talented. And nobody owes you anything. That's a big thing too. Just keep in mind, nobody owes you anything. The world doesn't owe you a thing. Life isn't fair, all that good stuff. Like stop throwing your pity parties, all that stuff. The moment you start taking responsibility for your life, if you have not made a promo video, if you have not put together, you know, a great show, if you don't take the time to make sure and dress up so you can go in and really wow a venue, then you're not going to succeed. It's not going to happen for you. And it's not anybody's fault but your own. And I'm giving you guys some really awesome advice now where you can take your career into your own hands and start booking shows. And I'm going to tell you guys, most artists, most bands don't have a promo video. And that's why most are struggling. And that's why most don't have shows booked. And if you have a promo video, and then you're going to be ahead of 99% of all other artists, and you're going to get the show. They're going to book you. They're going to hire you over the person that is just emailing them going, here's 10 links. Don't do that. You don't want to send like 10 links to all kinds of music videos and all kinds of, you know, random stuff. You want to send them one video just like this. That's how simple it is, guys. It doesn't have to cost you anything, or it can cost you under $100 to shoot something like that. See how simple that is? So that's basically how you do it. Now, I told you guys I have that PDF at the end of this webinar that I'm going to give you guys that breaks it down even more. I'm going to give you, it has pictures and more instructions on it. But before I move on to the next thing, I told you guys that's the first thing that I'm going to show you guys. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Here, let me see. Okay. I'm reading the chat box. If you have any questions about what I just showed you guys, before I move on, I want to make sure you guys got this. Let's see. Can we also get a link to your promo video to watch as a template? Hey, Aaron. So I don't know if I have that on there, but whenever at the end of this webinar, I have a whole entire starter kit that I'm going to show you guys that you can check out that actually has a whole bunch of information on there on how to do everything. Today I'm showing you guys how I booked a tour, but I have a cute little starter kit that shows you everything. I'll be able to give you like scripts and all kinds of stuff. I'll get into that here in just a little bit, okay? Does it work with gospel? Absolutely. So churches have great budgets to pay gospel artists to perform. So absolutely, you would just approach everything that I'm going to teach you guys, you just approach it in your genre. Okay, so your promo video would be filled with great gospel songs, whether it be original music or whether it be cover songs. And guys, if you want to definitely like 10x how much money you can make, include cover songs in your show. That's a big one. Include cover songs in your show. You will get more bookings and you will make more money. Okay. And it makes people want to hire you and it makes people want to listen to you. And guess what? If they're listening to you, guess what you can then perform? Your original music. And then people really want to hear you because you've already like made them excited because you've been playing cover songs that they love. And now they're like begging to hear your original music. Whereas if you don't do cover songs, sometimes it's harder to get people interested in you, especially if they don't know you and have never heard of you. So Laura says you just tuned in now, but it's all good. It's okay, Laura. I'm going to have like replays and stuff, so you'll get the replay. It'll come straight to your email. Bradley says, what are cover songs? Cover songs are popular songs by other artists. So let's say you're a country artist and you wanted to do some Carrie Underwood or something. That's really, really good for, you know, your show. Or if you're a pop artist, do some Bruno Mars. Like throw really great cover songs into your show. All right, guys. So second thing, now I'm going to show you guys how I booked my 25 city tour around the US without selling tickets, without a record label. Guys, do not skip that first step. You need that video. Okay. Kendall says, is the only way to email booking agent is to send promo or video? Can you send music as well? Don't send music. You don't need to. And in fact, you're going to overwhelm them with too much. Your promo video already has your music in there. So that's why you need to choose your 5 or 6 best songs. You don't want to send them too much music. You don't want to send them all kinds of links. You want to send them one video, and that is all. So Brandon, should it be edited as a music video or just keep it basic and clean? Yeah, so what I usually do is I edit it. So I'll do like 30 seconds of like 5 or 6 songs and I edit it. So if you guys have like an iPhone, you can just do it on your, there's a free editing software in there that's really, really easy. I know there's some online too. I just can't think of the names, but just keep it real simple though. Just like chop it up 30 seconds of each song. Laura says cover songs is where I was thinking of starting. Awesome. Yes, Rontez, it's the same thing. So I always tell everyone, even as a rapper, it's the same thing. So if you're going to do original music, incorporate your original songs, but you can always do great cover songs. Great cover songs. Think about all the biggest like hip hop songs. You got Eminem. You got also, if you like really, really want to like 10x how many bookings you can have, like partner with a singer. Cause now you can do like Rihanna and Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z, Eminem, you know, and Rihanna. You can do Black Eyed Peas. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do for cover songs. And people are going to be even more excited about hiring you and paying you if you put more work into it. So if you're doing, you know, incorporate, again, you can absolutely do your original music. But I'm telling you, if you do cover songs, people will pay you. And this is how you get away from having to do free shows and having to sell tickets. Because a lot of times, if you're just doing original music, they're going to make you sell tickets or they're going to make you perform for free. Like, that's just how it works. Yeah, B.O.B. Airplanes. Yep, that's a great one, Dre Marshall. That's awesome. That's a really, really great one. You have like, I can't think of the song right now, but there's a bunch of really awesome songs like that. So definitely, Charles says that's genius. Yeah, and guys, and this is the mentality behind that. Think about this. Okay, I'll explain to you why. I'm sure you guys had to make money without having to sell tickets, right? Without having to audition, without having to have a fan base. If you're just doing original music, you have to sell tickets because you have to fill a venue. But if you do cover songs, you incorporate it in there. Again, you can still do your original music, but you're doing songs that people love. A bar is going to pay you. Because think about this. If I own a bar, I still got to pay rent for my bar. I got to pay my employees. I got to keep the lights on. I got all kinds of expenses. Now, if an artist is going to come in and say, I want to perform here, and all they're going to do is original music, I'm going to make them sell tickets. I have to make money. Like, I have to. Now, if an artist comes in and goes, hey, I want to perform here, but look, I do all these amazing songs. And then they show me like that they're super dope and they do like, you know, like the Beatles and Rihanna and Bruno Mars, but then they do like Elton John or whatever it is, but they do really cool, dope stuff, whether it be like country or pop or hip hop or whatever it is, you know, depending on the bar, obviously. If it's a rock bar, you know, then if you're a rock band, that's where you would want to go. If it's a hip hop bar, then if you're a rapper, that's where you want to go. Or if it's a casino, if you do pop music, that would be a great place to go. They're going to want to hire you because of this reason. A bar, casino, you know, any of these venue, they already have a built-in crowd. So let's say 100 people show up on a Friday. Those 100 people are going to leave and go somewhere else because most people bar hop. But how many of you, if you go to a bar and someone's singing some really dope music and they're really talented and they're like making everyone sing along and dance and all kinds of stuff, you're going to stick around, watch, right? So what that means is that bar, you're going to spend more money at the bar. You're going to buy drinks. You're going to buy food. You're going to buy alcohol. So that means the bar is going to make more money. If the bar makes more money because there's a great artist performing, guess what that bar is going to do? They're going to pay that artist. That's why it pays, literally pays to do cover songs inside your set. Now, if you're famous and everybody comes to see you anyways, then it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. But I'm showing you guys how to do this without having to sell tickets, without having to build a social media following. Incorporate those cover songs into your sets. Do your original music too. But make sure to do that because you're going to make the venue money. And if you make the venue money, they're going to pay you. If you're wanting to do free shows, then you can do whatever you want. But that's not my passion. I'm passionate about showing people how to make a living. Okay. So Rontez, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you just need to incorporate cover songs with your music. And it doesn't just apply to rap artists. It applies to all artists. Everyone should do cover songs in their sets if you're trying to book shows without having to sell tickets. Okay. If you want to have to sell tickets, then, you know, you can do whatever you want. But I'm here to tell you guys that if you incorporate some great cover songs into your set, it's going to greatly increase your chances of booking shows. So, all right, let's see. I'm seeing if there's any other questions in here. Janelle says, yes, I'm a Met bar manager. Well, then she knows. Hey, you know, Janelle, you know this. All right. So we're going to move on to the next thing. I'm going to show you guys how I set up this tour. All right. So here goes. First, what I did was I looked at the map and I thought of all the places that I wanted to go. Okay. Again, you can't be general with this. You have to have a very clear idea of where you want to go. Okay. So I started writing down all the places that I wanted to go. So these were some of the places. I wrote down literally like 45 cities. Okay. I wrote down a lot of places. So and I ended up doing a 25 city tour, but I wrote down like a bunch of potential places that I wanted to go to. So you as an artist, that's what you can do. You can think, you can go, what are all the places that I want to perform? So what I did, now on a whole other webinar, I show you guys how to really use this tool, but I'm going to just show you guys really briefly here so you guys can get an idea. So what I did was I wrote down all the cities that I wanted to perform at. And then after I wrote them down, I'm sorry guys, I have a cough drop in my mouth. I have to remind you guys I'm sick, but I'm still here with you guys. I went to Yelp. Now, if you're from another country, you can use other classified ads. You can also use Google. And I looked up each city where I wanted to visit. And I looked up bars with live music, country clubs with live music, hotels with live music, restaurants with live music, fairs and festivals with live music. Some of you guys bought my resource on fairs and festivals. I'm going to get to that here in a little while. Resorts and with live music, breweries, casinos, coffee shops, colleges, all these things. And I made a list in each city because these were the places that I was going to do what? I was going to send my promo video to each of these places to see who would hire me because I needed to make money for me to go on tour, right? Because I don't want to sell tickets. I don't want to have to do free shows. I got my promo video and I was sending to all of these. Thank you, Mama. And so what I did was, it's still good. Okay, so thank you. My mom just brought me some more tea, guys. So she's helping me so that I can be here with you guys right now because I'm sick. All right. So I looked up all these places because I knew these places have money because they have built-in crowds, right? Bars have built-in crowds, people that buy alcohol. Country clubs do. Hotels, restaurants, fairs, and festivals. They have really great budgets. Some of them have thousands and thousands of dollars. I've performed at a lot of these. Resorts, breweries, casinos, coffee shops, colleges. I started making a list. Now, I told you guys, for me, I also performed during the day, right? I did my charity work where I performed for schools. So I also looked up schools and YMCAs, boys and girls clubs, retirement homes. And by the way, retirement homes actually will pay you. So you don't have to volunteer at retirement homes. they'll actually pay you. But for this tour, during the day, I was going to, volunteer to perform in schools and help out the community. And then at night, I was going to perform places that would pay me. The other thing that I looked up was agencies. Now, some of you guys have bought my resource on agencies, and I'm going to get into that in a little while. An agency can change your life. Agencies have relationships with sometimes hundreds of. One agency alone, my very first agent I signed with, booked me 200 shows that year. So there's many agencies that book shows all around the country. So if you can get in with one good agency, guess what? You could book a tour, or at least a big portion of the tour, from working with an agent. So it's very, very valuable. And here is a picture of my, promo video. I sent that to everybody. I sent that to, the agencies. I sent them to the bars and restaurants and casinos, and I sent it to, and I started to get feedback, and people started to go, yes, oh my God, we want to hire you. Or, hey, we're all booked up, whichever it was, but I just kept on reaching out to as many places in each city. Alberto says, should the promo video have the cover songs in it? I would recommend yes. I would recommend that you do have both your cover songs and your original music in there. Unless, like, if all you want to do is cover songs, you can do that too. Let's say you don't have original music, just put cover songs. But if you have original music, I do absolutely recommend you doing both. Okay, definitely, because that's going to be what keeps you from having to sell tickets. Guys, I've done pay to play. If any of you guys live in like LA or New York, you know what pay to play is. That means you have to actually pay to perform. And that's because if you're just doing original music, a lot of times people will ask you to pay. Okay, so if you're trying to get paid and you don't have a big social media following and no one's going to come see you and buy tickets, you can avoid having to do that. You can avoid totally having to buy tickets, sell tickets, avoid having to build your social media if you're just willing to do cover songs. Once again, am I putting this on YouTube and Instagram? No, I won't. I only do these as live webinars, Dre. So I don't give this out to the public. I give this out to special people like you who signed up and are go-getters. I don't just share this everywhere. So yeah, this is just special for you guys. Sure, I can show you the list again one more time. I'm going to show you real briefly. Take a screenshot of it, okay? Because I got to move on because we're already going on a little while. So here is the list of places that I contacted. But guys, just take a screenshot if you want this, okay? So if you want to look at how the places that I looked at whenever I was trying to book my tour. And this is where I performed during the day in my agencies, okay? And I'm going to give you guys some offers for some resources here in a little while. Now, how much did they pay? It just depends. Some places pay as little as $100, and some of those places paid me $4,500. It's up to you to find out each place. And it's also going to depend on your talent level. People always ask me that all the time. Well, what do places pay on average? There is no average because it depends. If you're amazing at what you do, they're obviously going to pay you a lot. Like, guys, now that I've been doing this so long, like my New Year's Eve gig, I'm making $3,000. Okay. I'm walking home with $3,000 on New Year's Eve in a couple of days. I'm performing at Bellagio here in Las Vegas. Now, that's not where I started because like 10 years ago, they wouldn't have paid me that much because I wasn't a professional. I probably would have been making a couple $100 here and there. But now that I know what to do, I put on a great show. I know how to entertain customers. I really care about my crowd. I engage. I do very, very well. I'm not selling tickets. Again, guys, I'm not performing at a place where anybody knows me. Nobody knows who I am. This isn't like one of those things. They're paying me $3,000 because I know how to entertain their crowd and they liked my promo video. Okay, how do you format the email? I'm going to show you guys that. I'll give you an offer here in a little while, though. Janelle says, wow, goals. Yeah, I know. I didn't even know that you could make that much money as an independent. So you guys, literally every day, I'm so excited because I know a lot of artists that make less money than that. They have hit songs, and like that casino that I showed you guys a picture of earlier, I make $4,500 to perform there. Some of these fairs and festivals pay me like $4,000 to perform at. Again, make sure that you got your show together. Make sure you practice. Make sure you're really dope with your crowd. You know what I mean? And you just start from somewhere. And I started out doing little shows at first, making a few $100 here and there. And, and now I'm doing, much bigger. Absolutely. So I wrote down all the cities. Like I said, that's what I did. Now, a big thing that I did. So of course, let's say some places paid me $4,000 and some places that I played only paid like $200. Okay. But with it all added up together. So in each city, I wrote down what each thing was going to pay. So I budgeted out my tour, right? So what I did was, one thing that was going to cost me so much money was lodging, right? If you're spending money on hotels, that can be really, really expensive. So I'm going to show you guys how I saved money on lodging. So one thing that I did was, people are going to think you're so awesome that you're doing a tour, okay? I mean, most of you guys are here because you thought I was awesome for doing a tour, because you guys are like, how did this girl do this? Well, most people are going to think the same thing about you. They're going to go, how did this person do this? This is nuts. So what I did was, I used that to my advantage. So I went to Google and I said, I'm going to hit up hotels in each of those cities, right? And so I did. I put together a nice little letter and I told them, hi, I'm Kristine. I'm coming here to your town. I'm performing over at Bob's Bar. You know, I mentioned I'm a songwriter and here's my link to my promo video. Sometimes I sent, you know, for hotel sponsorships, sometimes I sent them like a link to like a music video. Like, here's one of the songs that I wrote or whatever. I was wondering if you guys would be interested in doing a trade. So I would say, hey, you know, if you could give me like a night or two to stay there, I'd be more than willing to perform in your restaurant that you have there, perform in your bar. Or if they didn't have one, I'd say I could perform for your guests in the lobby or even for your employees. Now, a lot of these people just thought it was really awesome that I was even there. And they were like, yes, absolutely. Because it's easy for them to give you a hotel room, right? What's hard is asking people for cash. You don't want to ask people for cash sponsorships. That gets hard. Hotel sponsorships are a lot easier because they're going to go, yeah, of course. Actually, we have a restaurant. You know, come perform in a restaurant and we'll give you a free hotel room. Always think about how you can give to other people. Because I meet so many artists that are just like, how do I get? What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for me? Me. But that's not how the world works. You have to give value for you to get paid. It's a trade. Again, the world doesn't owe you anything, guys. Okay? You have to give something to get something. So that's what I did. I was like, I'm going to trade this, you know, so that's what I did. I was like, well, how do I trade doing this? Now, I started running out of time. I started planning my tour for 3 months, guys. I did this for 3 months, every day, all day, making phone calls, sending out emails. Well, it was already time to leave and I hadn't quite gotten lodging figured out for everything. So I thought, okay, what do I do? So what I did was, I went to this awesome site. Some of you guys probably know about it and some of you don't, called Couchsurfing. And this was the best decision that I ever made. And it was super awesome. So you go to couchsurfing.com. It's a bunch of people in all these different cities that open up their homes to people. So they go, hey, you can come crash at my spot for free. It's like a bunch of hippies. It's really awesome. And you know what was really cool about this? Every city that I went to, I stayed with a new person in a home, you know, really awesome home. A lot of times they fed me or they took me around their city and they showed me like cool places. You know, I'm going to show you guys some more pictures from my tour here in a little while. But, you know, I had my own like private tour guides. Like it was really awesome. I made some amazing, like lifelong friends that I will never forget. Because when you stay in a hotel, you're not making friends. You're just in your little hotel. I made some incredible friends by going to couchsurfing.com. I emailed them once again. I said, this is what I'm doing. I'm traveling the country. I'm a musician, you know, and then I tell them what I can do for them. I can do a free in-home performance. Let me stay at your place. And a lot of them were just like, awesome. This is so cool. We would love for you to stay here. We love the fact that you're traveling the country. We want to hear stories. Because think about that. I mean, a lot of you guys are even asking me stories, you know, how, you know, tell us about this or tell us about, you know, they wanted to hear about what it was like to be on the road. So that was how I saved on lodging. Heaven says, how's it for hip hop artists? It's the same. Obviously, like as you look for venues that you want to perform at, it's the same thing. You want to look for venues and you need to have that promo video. Again, like I mentioned before, if you were here when I was talking about cover songs, you will benefit from doing more popular type hip hop songs. So if you're doing stuff like someone had mentioned B.O.B. Airplanes earlier, you're doing like Jay-Z and Beyonce, you know, Rihanna and, you know, Eminem, you know, those types of stuff where you could even partner with a singer you could partner with somebody like that, create a duo or something like that. That's what I recommend. So you just have to get creative in whatever genre you're in. If you only do like straight up gangster rap, that's going to be a little bit harder for you because you can only perform in certain venues, right, where they're going to allow that. Trade. Yeah, trade is the word to use for lodging. Yes. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Cepeda? I don't know if it's Spanish. But yes, that is great. Dre says, do you carry gear, piano, PA system? So I carried a small PA, Dre. You can also reach out to venues. A lot of bars have their own PA. So it depends on what you want to do. I packed enough stuff I have a small SUV. So I brought a small keyboard and I brought a very small PA. So I either booked venues that already had their own PA system, or I booked small venues where my PA system would be sufficient. So Brandon says, LOL gangster rap. I get a lot of people that do a lot of, there's a lot of cursing in their music and stuff. And it's still possible to make a living. You just have to be a little bit more creative when it comes to it. So Rontez says, so when you perform your shows, you perform cover songs before you perform your originals. Yes, absolutely. It is a great way to get people interested. Play some songs that people love. And then you go, hey guys, you want to hear my original music? And everyone's going to go, yeah. Everyone's so excited. I promise you, it actually works to your advantage. So you can promote your original music that way. So there you go, guys. I showed you how to use the one loophole without having to audition, which was the promo video. I showed you guys how I booked the 25 city tour around the US. I picked each of those cities. I did research on each of those venues. And, I made sure to send them my promo video. I wrote down which places wanted to book me. I made sure to incorporate some great cover songs. Do I have any questions before I move on to the last thing? Any other questions? Arnade says, I'm late because it's almost 3 a.m. here. I just woke up and I'm online. No worries. So I have a replay, guys. If you joined me today, you're going to automatically get the replay, okay? So if there's anything that, wasn't clear, you're going to be able to do that. And by the way, I'm just going to put this really quick. You can also find me on Instagram if you guys have any questions, okay? So what about a booking contract? Mary says, between you and the venue and between you and any musicians you bring with you. Absolutely, Mary. That's a whole other tutorial. There's a lot of other things that go into this, but I actually have some resources for you guys where I offer that here in a little bit. So I will get into that here in just a bit. Okay, Mary, so I'll answer that for you. Westbrook says, are you open to doing a duet with a hard artist trying to make it? Right now, I'm not doing any collaborations. I do like 200 or 300 shows and I'm working on an album right now. And I just had a baby. So I'm like really, really swamped, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't be in the future, but not right now. Arnett says he's in Paris. Awesome. Aaron says, should the promo video be a link or an attachment? Do not send an attachment. Send it as a link. The reason why you don't want to send it as an attachment is because I know when I get attachments, I don't download them because I don't want all kinds of random shit on my computer. Second thing is if they have a spam filter, it's going to filter out. So they're not even going to get it. It's going to go to their spam. And a lot of these people who are getting a ton of, stuff on their email, they're not even going to want to deal with it. So make sure to send it as a link. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to get into the third thing now. How I got my tour on TV stations, published in newspapers, in magazines, on online blogs, and an incredible partnership with Michelle Obama's charity. I can't even believe I can say that. Like, how cool is that? I partnered with Michelle Obama's charity. Like, it's really awesome. I wasn't even planning to do that. It just happened. And I'll explain how to do it. Now, guys, hiring a PR company can cost you thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Like, literally anywhere from like $2,000 to $10,000 a month. This can cost you a lot. So I'm going to show you guys how I did it without a PR company. This is going to save you thousands of dollars. Okay, so here's the step. Let me take a drink of my tea. Hold on. And you can use this with anything. You can apply these things to just if you want to go on TV, TV stations in your hometown. I've done this for my, in my hometown, not even when I'm on tour. You can do this for anything. But this is what I did. I gave my tour a name. You're going to need to give it a name because you want people to go, we're here with Bob, Smith. He's on his, Go Lucky Happy Tour that he's doing. They need to be able to announce something. They need to give it something, so that they can put it on the screen, so they can announce it. They need it to have a name. So I gave it a name. I called mine the I Believe in Us tour because I was doing like charity and stuff like that during the day. And then I made a pre-written article on myself and my tour. So I made a, cute little thing that broke down what I was doing. You want to make it as easy as for them as possible. Because if you send them a message that says, check me out, they're not going to check you out, guys. I get messages like this all the time. Check me out. I don't do it because what am I going to do? Google you and then go through all the links and try to find stuff? It's way too much work. You want to create a pre-written article about yourself, what you're doing. Make it short and sweet, like maybe 3 paragraphs at the most. What you do, what kind of music you're doing, why you're doing this. Maybe you're doing this because, you just retired. Or maybe you just got out of college. Or maybe you just decided to quit your job and sell all your things and go on tour. Or maybe you're doing it in loving memory of your grandma who always wanted you to go out and pursue your dreams. Whatever it is, they need something to talk about. They can't just say, like, Sarah's a really great singer, because nobody cares. That's not going to give them ratings. What's going to give them ratings is an interesting story. So if they just go, hey, she just got out of high school and you know what? She took a leap of faith and man, she packed everything in her car. She's been sleeping on random people's couches and traveling the country and doing really cool things and sharing her music. I mean, that's exciting. That's interesting, right? So you need to give them a pre-written article, whatever makes you interesting. And it could be like, maybe you were born on the floor in a grocery store. Hey, she started out with humble beginnings, whatever it is. Think of whatever makes you interesting because they need ratings. Again, you have to think about how to give someone value. Make yourself interesting. Talk about what's interesting about you and make it to where they don't have to do any work. You don't want them to have to Google you or to try to find information on you. Send them your promo video, woohoo, because you have your promo video, and then send them a great article about you. And then I created pre-written questions for my interviews. Again, I made this so easy. So even if they didn't know me, even if they had never heard about me, if they didn't have time, like maybe if I hit them up the day before and they're like, we don't got time to check you out. And I'm like, no problem. Here's all the questions for you. Because sometimes if they don't know anything about you, they don't know the interesting things to ask, right? So if they're like, hey, why did you do this tour, right? That's a good question, especially if you're doing this because, you wanted to live in your van for 3 months. I know people that do that. That's really cool. Like I actually follow somebody online that lives in their van because I think their story is really cool and interesting. So whatever it is, write out pre-written questions so that it's really easy for them. And what I also did was I created a cool video where I talked to them and I said, hi, my name's Kristine. This is why I'm doing the tour. People respond to video a lot better than having to read something. So I told them like, this is why I'm doing it. I'm traveling the country. I'm performing for kids during the day. I'm performing at like bars and casinos and stuff at night. I've always wanted to do a 25 city tour. I've never traveled around the United States. I'm doing this without any money, doing this without a record label. People found that really interesting. And so I sent that video specifically to people like the TV stations. Excuse me, guys, I'm going to take a drink real quick. Again, guys, if you're just joining me, I have a throat infection. I almost canceled today because I'm in a lot of pain, but I saw that 300 people signed up for this, so I didn't want to let you guys down. So Kristine says your screen crashed. You can log out and log back in. Rufy says send like a bio. Don't send a boring bio. Don't send like I was born in Texas. No, only send. It's actually called a press release. You guys can Google it, but basically just send interesting stuff about you. Okay. So like, if you, like I mentioned before, whatever reason you're doing the tour, if you're living in your van or if you're, don't have any money, but you're booking this tour anyway, or you're doing it in honor of, a deceased family member, or you're just doing it because you've always wanted to tour the world. Guys, that alone, the fact that you're willing to tour and you're an independent artist, just that alone is interesting. Like you don't even have to have any of that other stuff. People are going to go, wow, you like quit your job, or even if you didn't have a job, this person is doing this and they didn't have any money and they're just like making it happen and they're like singing and performing at like bars and stuff, like this is really cool. Or venues, casinos, whatever it is, they're going to already be interested. So you just need to make sure to put it in a professional package so that they know, that they can, definitely, bring you on and that you're going to be a great entertainer for this. So let's see, just got cut out. Sorry guys. Sometimes, it gets cut out. So log back in and log back out if you have to. Again, I'm going to have, this as a replay. So you're going to get it to your email. So you'll be able to get it. All right, guys, is, the screen still working? Let's see. Let me know. Is the screen still working? If it's not, I can cut out. Let me know. I'm looking for y'all's message. Let me make sure. This is how you guys know this is live. See? All right. Alberto says working. Lo said yes. Okay. Just wanted to make sure you guys have it. All right. Dre is back. Awesome. Natasha. Heaven. Is that how you pronounce it? That's very cool. Gata Arlington. Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. So these are some of the places that I was on. And this, I don't even have pictures of most of the places that I went. This is like 10% of the places. So I did the same thing for newspapers. I sent them my articles. I sent them photos of me. I sent them everything that they needed to make it very easy for them to publish me. Radio stations, TV stations. This was a radio station. This was another TV station. This was me on a set where not only did they interview me, they used my questions that I gave them. But guess what? I also performed on TV, on these TV stations. So I got to perform my original music. And actually, a good thing to know is when you perform on TV and radio, they will only play your original music. So, if you plan on performing, it's a great thing for us songwriters, right? And us artists, because if they do cover songs, they have to pay the artist. But if they do original music, then they don't have to. And you get to go on there and you get free exposure and that kind of cool stuff. So here you go. So here's some of the places that I performed at. Everything good, guys? I'm seeing that some people are getting cut off a little bit. I'm sorry about that. You'll get this as a replay at the end, but I was just showing you guys some of the cool places that I have performed and where they featured me, where they interviewed me, and they post my social media up there. They post my album. I got to sell my CDs. Like, it was really cool. So here's some other places I went to. This was another TV set where I got to talk about what I was doing. This was another TV set. I performed on this one, which was really awesome. These were some online publications that I did. This was one of my favorite interviews. I just love that shot. I'm like, I look so cool. I use this shot for like everything. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. Apart from that, I partnered with Michelle Obama. The way that I got this, so if you guys are thinking about, I did a charity. So what I did was I started looking up other people that I thought might be interested in partnering with me. Okay. So what I did was I was like, let me look up other people that, are kind of doing the same thing that I'm doing. So for me, I was doing a charity tour. So I looked up anybody that was doing stuff within the schools, right? And Michelle Obama's charity came up. So I contacted them. But for you guys, let's say you're a rock band, you might contact Guitar Center and be like, if you guys don't know what Guitar Center is, they're like a musician store where they sell music supplies, like music instruments and stuff like that. So you might contact your local music store and be like, hey, I'm going on tour. Would you be willing to give me a guitar for the tour? And I will post all your information online. I'll talk about you on the TV stations. I will take pictures and put it in the newspapers that I'm featured in. Do you see how all this partners together? So I used like the fact that I was able to get myself on TV stations and newspapers to get partnerships. Like I even got a company to give me a camera so that I could take professional photos while I was on tour. And then I returned the camera afterwards. But they let me borrow it while I was on tour because I showed them all of the TV stations and newspapers and all the stuff that I was able to book. So see how that kind of all works hand in hand. So it's definitely some work, but you can definitely make it happen. All right, guys. So this is what I have for you guys. I have a really cool offer for you guys. Some of you guys might feel like this. You might feel like, oh my God, Chris, you gave me so much information. What am I supposed to do with all this? I know you said that I can do it, but oh my God, I need some help. And in fact, some of you even asked, some of you said, hey, how do I email them? How do I, put together this show? I need some extra help. So thanks, Mom. My mom brought me some more tea. Thank you. See that she's helping me survive through this, guys, because my throat is killing me. So some of you guys asked for some more, help. I gave you guys all of this stuff. This is all really helpful. I hope that it has definitely opened your eyes to the possibilities. But I have something really awesome that I've put together for you guys. Is that okay if I share with you guys? Let me know if you're ready for this, because I've worked really hard. Actually, most of these things, like that resource that I'm giving away today, took a year. I have these other really incredible resources that could literally change your life. They would have changed my life. I wouldn't have had to work so hard. I want you to put ready in that chat box. All right. I want you to put ready. Alberto says yes, ready. Thomas says that face. I know. Lo says please. Bradley says it looks really good. Ron Tez says we ready. All right, awesome. Now, some of you guys have bought some of the resources I have today. So obviously, if you are looking up cities where you're wanting to perform, those resources, you would look up those cities based in those. Some of you guys have bought the fairs and festivals resource from me, or the booking agents from me. You would look up, what cities you're wanting to perform in, contact them and send them your promo video. But some of you guys don't have that, and you've never even heard of it. So I'm going to show you guys some of these awesome things that I've created that will help you guys set up tours. And if you're not even wanting to set up a tour, even if you're wanting just to perform in your hometown, or even if you're wanting to travel the world, this will help you. So the hardest part about setting up a tour, or even just booking gigs in general, is researching venues, hotels, casinos, fairs and festivals. Guys, I spent 3 months setting up my tour. And this is how, I told you guys I do 200 to 400 paid shows a year. I've had to do all the research myself, Google searching, making calls, calling each of the bars, calling each of the casinos, finding out if they still book live music, finding out who's the person I need to contact, who do I need to email. And you can absolutely do this on your own. You can do this for free on your own if you want to, put all the time in yourself. I don't know why anyone would want to do this if they don't have to, because I spent 3 months, like I told you guys. Or I have an incredible resource that I put together for those of you that don't have this already, of 3,446 fairs and festivals that will pay you to perform around the US. And these, I'll tell you, there's one festival that I perform at every year that pays me more than $4,000 to perform at. Some of these pay a few $100, some of these pay a few $1,000. It varies. Again, I tell you guys, it also depends on your talent as well. But I put together this incredible resource. It's separated by state, by city. It has their email address of the person that you need to email. So literally, you'll get this list and you can be emailing them as soon as we get off of this webinar. In fact, I had a gentleman who got off the webinar and within 6 days booked 2 shows in London. I have his testimonial on my website, which I'll give you guys a link to. This is how fast you can be booking when you know to make a promo video and then you have the right people to reach out to. So I created this incredible resource. It's called 3,446 fairs and festivals that we pay you to perform in the US. It's on sale right now. It was normally listed at $194. It's only $19 right now, guys. So if you guys want to get this for you, this took about 6 months of constant research. I told you guys, for me, I spent 3 months doing research to set up my own tour. And these things, again, I'll show you guys what it looks like inside. So if you're looking up, this was in Alabama, so it's separated by city, and you're going to get their email and the month. So if you're setting up a tour and you're going, hey, I want a tour in July, and I want to go through Alabama, then you would go to Alabama and you'd look up, hey, in Florence, there is a festival in July, and there's the email of the person that I need to contact. So I'm going to send them an email right there, and I'm going to contact them, and that's exactly how I'm going to get a hold of them. So it's very, very simple, guys. This is how it's set up. It's only $19. I literally released it. It was $194. And even then, that was still really cheap because this took thousands of hours. This isn't something that takes a few minutes. Like I told you guys, you can do this for free. And absolutely, if you want to do that, like I encourage you to do whatever it is to build your music career, but you're going to spend months. I spent months, and I'm a professional to set up a tour. So this will help you guys a lot. And not only that, I have another really great tour. And this, guys, if you're a hip hop artist, I don't recommend this for you. These are fairs and festivals. There's a lot of families and kids here, okay? If you are a hip hop artist, I have something else for you. This next awesome resource is for all genres, okay? It doesn't matter whether you do heavy metal, whether you do goth, whether you do rap, whether you do pop, you know, it doesn't matter what you do. I have another resource that I put together. This was finished a few weeks ago. More than 2,000 US and international booking agents. I'd mentioned to you guys earlier that one booking agent could change your life. My very first booking agent that I ever signed with booked me 200 shows my very first year, made me more than $70,000 that year. I had never seen what $70,000 looked like. That was a lot to me. I mean, it still is. It's still a good amount. I make more than that now because I work with a few different booking agents. And what's amazing, people don't know this, but booking agents don't charge you. Booking agents only get paid if they get you paid. So they'll take like 10% of a show that they book you. So let's say that they, yes, Riffy, it's good for reggae. Absolutely. So, yep, it's great for Bruno. So this is all over the world. Absolutely. It's all over Europe. So I told you that rap artist, he logged off. He bought this resource, and within 6 days, he booked 2 shows out in London. So this is, this covers all genres, okay? So this is what I recommend if you're in hip hop. This is separated by genre. I'm actually going to show you guys what it looks like because this is more than 2,000 agents. I've told you guys one agent could change your life. There are 2,000 of them here. If you want to perform on cruise ships, they're separated by cruise ships. So you could contact cruise ships, you could contact certain countries. If you're wanting to tour through Asia, you get to, you know, look through the book and, you know, go straight to the page on Asia. It's a real quick link. These are downloadable PDFs. Again, I originally listed it at $194. It's on sale right now for $19. You know, and you can get both of them for only $38. Like I said, you can get them individually or together. I recommend getting them together. These are going to work out really great because, like I said, agents are really great. They can book all your shows for you. You don't have to do any work. And here, all you have to do is send an email. For me, I work really, really hard. I like to reach out on my own, and I like to reach out to booking agents. That's why I'm booking so much. Guys, November, I did 30 shows. I did 30 shows in November. Like 30. I meet people that are like, I'd be happy if I did 1 show a month. I did 30. I got paid for every single one of them. I made $15,000 in November. So, you know, it's a good, the more places that you can reach out, the better. How long is it on sale? I'm not really sure. I haven't decided, Bradley. I just released these. So definitely at least until New Year's Day. You know, they'll at least be on sale until New Year's Day. I haven't really decided. I might keep them on sale. I really like to be able to offer this to you guys. So I just haven't really decided. It's been a lot of work, but I've seen a lot of people get a lot of really great results from this. Like I said, if you actually go to the page, you'll see some testimonials on there. Rontez, you should be a booking agent. I do not have enough time, Rontez. I get asked all the time to be a booking agent. I'm too busy just even booking my own shows. You know, I'm doing like 200 or 300 shows a year. You can imagine how busy I am. I'm also releasing an album next month, and I have a cute, adorable little baby boy who's 5 months old. And there's some nights I don't sleep more than 5 minutes. So I do not have time right now, but that's why I created these awesome resources so that I could help you guys book your own shows. You know what's great about booking your own shows? You don't got to pay anybody. You have to keep all the money. Booking agents only take 10%, so it's not bad either. But these are really great resources if you are looking for some place to start. And guess what? You send them your promo video. It's really, really awesome. Arnaud says, I'll accept you here in the group here in a little bit, Arnaud. I've already moved on right now because I'm getting into sharing these resources, but I definitely will go and accept you. Jasmine says you pre-ordered yours. When will you be releasing the new book? So I actually, like I told you guys, I finished it last night. So it's going to go out tomorrow. So you should get it tomorrow. Make sure to add these 2 emails into your list so it doesn't go to spam. Okay, that one and this one. If you're ordering today, okay, because I know some people, it goes to spam. But I'm going to give you guys my Instagram real quick. If you're ordering today and you have any problems, let's say you don't get your go viral, you know, the 8,000 independent record labels and that sort of thing. If that doesn't show up in your email, sometimes that happens if you have a spam filter. Just hit me up. There's my Instagram right there. Just let me know on Tuesday that you didn't get it, and I'll send you the link. I barely finished it, so it's barely going out tomorrow. So there we go. Brandon says, I have an EDM DJ that lives in Brazil. Will this work for her? Absolutely. So this is what I would recommend. If you're a DJ, I recommend absolutely doing it, especially the booking agent one. This is going to help you out a lot because most of these booking agents don't just book performers and bands. Most booking agents also book DJs. So absolutely, this one's going to be the really valuable one that applies to everybody in all genres. Okay, so that one's going to be really great. I recommend getting them both because they work out really well because you can reach out on your own to the fairs and festivals. But the booking agents are really, really great for hip hop artists. No worries, Arnott. I'll accept you here in just a little while. Rontez, you said you ordered both. Awesome. All right, very, very cool. I'm glad that you joined me today because I want to make sure that everybody knows how to use these resources. Janelle says this is perfect, actually. Awesome. Louise says cool beans. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Watch, I'll show you guys what the booking agents looks like. It's really dope. This is like my favorite one. So look here. This is California. So here's a booking agent. I got their address, their phone number, their website, and look, here's their genres. So they do metal, hardcore, punk, and alternative. And they book shows in the United States, Canada, and United Kingdom. How cool is that? So here's some other ones, you know, hip hop, punk, indie, metal, rock. You know, here we got folk, pop, country, Americana roots. And it shows where, you know, these are all agencies based in California, but look, you notice that they don't just book in California. That's what's amazing. If you sign with a booking agent, you know, one of my booking agents, I now have an exclusive deal with one big agency, but they book me all over the country. They book stuff in New York. They book stuff in, you know, Florida, and they even book stuff out in like Saudi Arabia. I mean, they book stuff everywhere. So if I ever wanted to go to Saudi Arabia, I would just hit up my agency and be like, book me in Saudi Arabia. And they would. You know, here we got this one. They do black metal and death metal. This is what I'm telling you guys. This is literally, it's more than 2,000 pages. Like, I don't even know if I could print this if I wanted to. Like, this would be so freaking humongous. So if you see here, look, classical, vocalists, Americana, singer, songwriter. Like, there's so many awesome, you know, things like, look here, Latin, dance bands, funk, DJs. And most of these people, guys, even if it doesn't say DJs, most of them still book DJs because they don't just book live music. So, classic rock, blues, R&B, like, and it shows where they book. See, San Francisco Bay, United States, Grand Terrace, California. This was what, when I clicked on California, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So what I did was, you go to the table of contents, and I just clicked on California. Clicked on California, bam, and it took me to this page. And there's like hundreds of them, so you can see how it looks. And it also shows you, you know, what they do here, so you can see a little closer, but it gives you a nice little description of what they do. So this will save you a lot of time. And all you have to do is copy that email, stick it in your email, and guess what? Just send them your promo video. Tell them, you know, when I was booking my tour, I said, hey, I'm going to be traveling through California. Would love to work with your agency. Or if it was the fairs and festivals, you know, if they were doing a fair in July, I'd hit them up and be like, hey, I'm going to be in your city in July. You know, I would love to perform at your fair. And I sent them my promo video, you know, and then I was able to book, you know, I would have been able to book shows back then. I had to do all my own research back then. I am now sharing my research with you guys. Like I told you, I spent 3 months setting up my tour. I spent 6 months on each of these resources, and the Go Viral resource is going to be out. That took like almost a year. That was a lot of research that I'm sharing with you guys. So as you can see, this is just one of the ways that it's separated, these booking agents. So you're going to get like all these states here in the United States. Not only that, look at all these different countries. Look, United Kingdom, England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales. Here's Australia. Look, all these different countries, Victoria, Queensland, and states. Asia, China, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Israel, Japan. I'm going to Japan. Guess what I hit up? I hit up those booking agents in Japan. I'm going to be there in March. So I'm going to be doing a show in Tokyo. So look, you guys got all these amazing things. Like, look here, we even got like Central America and South America and Europe. If you've been wanting to travel and do music, guys, and it's separated by genre. So it doesn't matter what kind of music you do. It's separated by genre. It's really, really Dope. So like I said, if you guys want to get these, it's only $38 for both. I do recommend getting both. These are going to be awesome because booking agents can book shows for you. This is going to give you the opportunity for you to reach out to them right away. Like I mentioned to you guys, one of the gentlemen that booked, he bought for me, and within 6 days, he had 2 shows booked in London. He's in hip hop genre. So I get a lot of rappers that are like, does this work for rappers? Absolutely. This works for everybody. You know, I'm a pop artist, so it works for me. I have friends that and students that are in like tribute bands, like Journey tribute bands, or in duos, or in Latin bands. It works for every genre. Okay, $19 each individually. KristineMirelle.net/on sale. Super great resource. Now, guys, I wanted to give you guys a bonus for joining me today. To help you guys. So if you would have normally just bought without me and some of you guys, by the way, if you bought this already and you want this bonus, just hit me up on Instagram, okay? And let me know and I'll send it to you. There's my Instagram. There we go. Let me see. Oh, you said, can you please see the link? There's the link right there. So sorry, guys. I wasn't checking the chat. KristineMirelle.net/on sale. Arnold, so this is actually a digital resource. So absolutely. If you buy it, you're going to immediately get the download. So I do have the actual books, but they're really expensive to print. So it's going to cost you like $60 just for the book. I don't think you want that. You can just download it. Kristine, okay, you bought it. It should have taken you directly to a download page where you could download it. If it did not, sometimes depending on your browser, do you have Instagram? Just DM me right here. As soon as I get off of this, I'm going to send you the download link, okay? So that you can download it right away. Let me see. Met says, congratulations on having your son and releasing the new book. Thank you so much. Sarah says, where can we get it? There it is, KristineMirelle.net/on sale. Bruno says, how long will it take for me to receive this in the UK? You're going to get it immediately, Bruno. So you're going to have it within minutes. You'll be able to download it. If for any reason it doesn't take you to the download page, KristineMirelle.net/on sale. There you go, guys. There it is again for you, Brandon. All you have to do, Ron says yes. So I actually, when you buy it, it's going to send you to my Dropbox folder. So you can just download it yourself. All right, you didn't see my Instagram. Okay, I'm putting it in again for you. There it is. There's my Instagram. So you're going to be able to download it because it's huge. Like, it's absolutely huge. I think this one's 600 pages. This one's a few hundred pages. If you get the go viral, you know, which I don't even have a picture of it yet because I literally just finished it last night. I think it's like 2,500 pages. It's more than 9,000 or almost 9,000 contacts. It's insane. Okay, so you're going to get a Dropbox. You're going to be able to download it and you're going to be able to go through this, guys. It has everything that you need. So let me see if there's any other question. I'm trying to look through here. If there's any other questions that I missed on here, guys, just let me know. So I have a really great bonus for you guys that I want to give you. This was a question that somebody asked earlier. The hardest part about setting up the tour wasn't just researching, okay? The second part was knowing what to say, right? Some of us are like, what do I say? How do I format the email? I forgot who asked that earlier, but somebody asked earlier, how do I format the email? So what I did was I put together just a bonus for you guys to give you, you know, how do you know what to say to these TV stations and newspapers? I know you told us, Kristine, but it's easier said than done. So what I did was I put together a cool download of my actual scripts. So actually what I sent to these venues, what I sent to the hotels, what I sent to the casinos, what I sent to the TV stations, what I sent to everybody. So Heaven said you thought you were buying the legitimate book. All right, cool. You got it on PDF. Awesome. Lo, it was you. Yeah, absolutely. So if you buy today, and guys, if you already bought, make sure to just hit me up on Instagram and I'll send you this bonus, okay? Because it's something that's fairly new that I put together. It took a lot of work for me to put this together for you guys. So I put together this really cool bonus. I wrote down all the scripts that got me the free lodging with locals. So I put down exactly what I told people when I wanted to, you know, stay with them on couch surfing. I also put the scripts that got me like the free hotel rooms, how I worded it. I kept it pretty simple. So you're going to look at it and you go, oh, that's simple. But I'm just showing you guys the success, how I successfully booked all this. I'm also giving you the scripts on how I reach out to booking agencies to book my shows for me. I also am giving you the scripts that got schools to say yes. Sapita, no, so none of these are mailed. These are all PDFs. If you want any of these actually mailed, they cost like $60 to print. They're humongous. If you want them, you need to hit me up on Instagram. I don't have them for sale like that. They are just going to be emailed to you in a PDF if for any reason. Yes, Brandon, the Go Viral is on there. So right now the Go Viral will pop up after you purchase one of the other ones. So it's going to pop up and go, hey, do you want one of these as well? Reason being is I just barely put it out. So eventually I'll have, or you know what, actually, let me correct myself. If all you want is the Go Viral one, you can actually get it. Here's the website. I forgot I did this today. Guys, it's been a blur. I'm going off of like 3 hours of sleep right now. My little guy's upstairs. I don't know if you guys heard him. He was crying a little bit earlier. My mom is here. Thank you. I look like Ariana Grande. I'll take it. She's super cute. Okay, awesome. Sabita, he said you bought this earlier. It's in your email. Awesome. So anyways, when it comes to this bonus that I'm giving you guys, I'm also going to give you the scripts that got charities to partner with me. So if you want to do a charity tour, I'm also giving you guys the scripts that got venues to hire me, right? I'm giving you guys all these scripts and the scripts that got me on TV and the scripts that got me published on online blogs, newspapers, and more. So I'm giving you guys all of this. It's going to look like this. This is a PDF that you're going to get. All of this. I'm just giving you guys this as a free bonus, okay? So if you already purchased this, you probably didn't get this. I just barely added this. So you'll just need to hit me up like I mentioned. Just hit me up. Here's my Instagram once more. Hit me up and let me know, hey, I bought it from you, but I want this awesome bonus. Can you send it to me? I want you guys to have this, okay? So just hit me up and I'll send you the download link where you're going to be able to get all these scripts. It's going to show exactly how to format your emails to be able to get, featured on TV stations, blogs, newspapers, winning venues, charity sponsorships, schools, how to get booking agents interested in you, how to get free hotel rooms, how I used the scripts to get free lodging on, couchsurfing.com. So I'm going to show you guys all of that. It's all on there, guys. Only $38. You get all of them, which is awesome. I'm giving you guys that cool bonus so you guys don't have to, write out any emails. You're just going to be able to copy and paste it. So you're getting all of that stuff, guys, for only $38. So you can go on there. I mentioned to you guys, all of this stuff was for sale at one point. These were $194 each. And then I had originally put this up for sale, but I just decided to just give it to you guys. I want to help you guys get booked. Nothing makes me happier than to get emails. Like when that guy emailed me and was like, yo, I just booked 2 shows in 6 days in London. Like I literally had a hard time sleeping that night. And I'm not even joking. I was so excited because I just love the thought that, when I first started out, I didn't have anybody helping me. I had to figure all this out on my own. And to see that I've created something that can absolutely help everybody, I get excited. And guys, I know this is going to work. And because I know this is going to work, if you purchase today and you do everything I tell you to do, you make that awesome promo video and you reach out to all these venues and you're like, Chris, I reached out to like 2,000 people. Nobody booked me. I did everything you said. That's not going to happen because it's going to work 100%. But if for any reason it happens, I'm just going to give you your money back. It's 100% guaranteed. There is no risk here. So if you want to get started, guys, I know this works. I've done it. I've done this for hundreds of other artists. I have booked, in 1 year, I booked more than 600 artists. This was back when I was a booking agent. I'm not a booking agent anymore. But this was back when I was a booking agent. I booked more than 600 artists using these methods that I'm giving you guys for $38. It's ridiculous. That's like 3 drinks. So invest in yourself. This is going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you, and time is money. It's going to save you a lot of headache. Use that promo video like I told you guys. Go to this website, get these for you. There's no risk. If for any reason it doesn't work, I'm guaranteeing it. You get your money back. 100% guaranteed for this to work for you guys. I know it will work as long as you have the talent, obviously, as long as you put together that great promo video. So agent's book, is it in doc form? It should be in PDF form, but you said it is in doc form. If it is, and you need it in PDF, let me take a look at that. I may have, like I told you guys, I just made this page because I just changed the prices because it's on sale. If for any reason it is in doc form. I will change that. I'll put it in PDF form. But Thomas, just hit me up on Instagram, okay? And let me know, and I will send it back to you. Sarah says, thank you. Ahmed says, sorry, I got to go to work soon. And to buy it for sure tonight. Awesome. 9 hours ahead, different time. You're in Paris. Awesome. All right, yeah. Rontez said he thought I was Cardi B. You know what's so funny? A few people have told me I look like Cardi B. I don't think I look anything like her. I think she's gorgeous, so I'll take it. But I've never heard that before, but hey, I'll take that. Oswaldo says you got the fairs and festivals, you need the booking agents. Okay, cool. Let me give you the link for that. You can get it here, Agents 19. That's where you can get just the booking agents, guys. So if you want just the booking agents one, like I told you, if you're a hip hop artist, I only recommend getting the agents one, because the fairs and festivals, it might not be worth your money because there's a lot of like families and stuff there. So sometimes they don't want to book hip hop music. So you'd be better off getting a great booking agent who books specifically hip hop venues. And like I said, that guy that booked the 2 shows in London, that's what he booked it using. He used the booking agents right here. And guys, I've worked with people who literally have been able to quit their jobs within 30 days and start performing. I have those testimonials, like I said, on the page. So go on there and you'll be able to sit there. Christine says, ready for the bonus. Awesome. Make sure to hit me up on Instagram, Christine, so that I can send you that bonus, okay? And just send me your email and just explain, hey, I was Christine. I was the one on the webinar. And I want my bonus. Biatch. I'll be like, all right, here you go. I'll send it to you. Thomas says I don't use Instagram, but email is fine. Okay, Thomas, can you actually send it to, here, let me send you my email, okay? I usually have someone on here, like taking notes and stuff, guys, but I'm on here by myself today. So that's why if you want, Thomas, if you need it, please email me. I just put it there, info@gigmagicsystem.com, okay? So email me right there and just let me know that you need it in PDF. Stara, you want the link with both? Okay, let me put the link. It's actually right there, KristineMirelle.net/on sale. So that's where you go. You go to Kristine Mirelle. I'll type it in the chat box for you guys to make it easy for you. Yeah, just click there and you'll be able to get both of them. And the Go Viral is going to pop up as an add-on. And I also just introduced a starter kit for you guys that shows you even more in depth how I create my shows and that sort of thing. I'm not even going to get into that because that's a whole other thing. I've given you guys so much information today. All right, Thomas, you said you bought both. Cool. Just email me then. And yeah, I'll send you the PDF version or whatever it is that you need. And my apologies if that should have been in a PDF format. I will fix that. Thank you so much for letting me know. All right, guys, do you have any other questions? Bree says you're going to buy. I missed the start of this. Will you send a replay? Yeah, absolutely, Bree. I will. So the replay is going to go out. If for any reason, guys, make sure to add me on Instagram. If for any reason you don't get the replay or you have any technical difficulties with the downloads or anything like that, just hit me up, okay? I check this every day. So I get back to everybody within 24 hours. I will take care of it. I'll fix any issues. I'm a real person. So I go on there and I read all my Instagram messages. I check my emails. I actually respond personally. So the replay should show up in your inbox either on Tuesday or Wednesday. Brandon, what are the 2 for rappers? So this is what I would recommend. If you're a rapper, go to this site right here. Okay. KristineMirelle.net/agents19. Let me do this. I recommend that you get the booking agents one and Go Viral. Okay. Don't get the fairs and festivals if you're a rapper. Reason being, you're going to get your booking agents. They book rappers, and Go Viral is filled with 8,000 independent record labels, managers, all kinds of amazing things that are going to, help you promote your music online. Okay, so make sure to go on there. It's going to pop up, so it's not going to show up on the page yet because I haven't added it. This is brand new. I just finished it last night at 4 o'clock in the morning. So Ray says the winning scripts didn't come through. Okay, no problem, Ray. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is brand new, so it may have not shown up. I don't know if I added it right or what. It's brand new. It's something new that I just added. So Ray, can you email me at right here? Look, I'm going to put it right here. info@gigmagicsystem.com. And guys, if for any reason I will everyone that bought today, I'll send out an additional email. But look, save this email, okay? Because sometimes I try to email people and it goes to their spam. And sometimes people get mad. They're like, you conned me. You didn't send me what I bought.